probably haven't dropped in and seen yet, I should have posted to say when I was going live, but I did say that it would be done tonight. Tonight is actually Saturday the 31st of May, and as per my posts and mentioned in my videos, I would be doing the random draw for those who entered the competition and helped get me along to the 100 sub goal. So obviously you guys know who it is. It's Redblurr from Redblurr Gaming. Thanks to everyone who does come along, watch my videos, and thank you for everyone dropping a comment. We will be getting into that for a second, into this in a second. But yeah, obviously got a few things done last week, over the last week, painted and put together a few bits and pieces, primed. So yeah, for the next obviously 5 days going through, there will be some more videos going up with the next lot of steps going along. I have received my printed minis from a friend, so that's a bonus. Excuse me, I'm just having a drink. I've got water on the side here, just to keep my mouth nice and dry, nice and moist. But yeah, so I don't think I showed off, but I did get a Commander primed last week. Obviously, just ensuring that he's in a few bits and pieces, so it's a little bit easier to go ahead and put together, or prime and glue. So this one base is a little different. I've had some bits floating around I found, so I'll paint those in some sort of blue color, I think. Maybe a little bit of pink in the mouth there, blue around the outside, and then the snow. But yeah, so that is that. Those bits, and here I'm going to crack into this box of 3D printed minis, which here they are. So about the same size as the newer ones, as you can see there. He's dropped him. He's already leaning on a rock. We'll just have to go ahead and knock off some of the bits and pieces here where there's some sprue joint. It just flew off there. And then go and prime them, obviously white. And then get into the panel lining and whatnot. I do have weapons for them as such. They're a little bit chunky, so they're a good proxy for the time being until I can obviously get all my minis together. Again, there's another one. They've come out quite nice. There should be. Here we go. There's the third of the three styles, as you can see there. And then in the bottom here, I'm pretty sure I've got, there's another standing on a rock from different direction. Another standing upright one. And this guy whose arm has come off. And he seems to have hilariously, this guy's broken apart. He has two left arms by the looks of it. It's a bit strange. And then I do indeed have some bits and pieces in the bottom here, hands and arms that can be used for joining and 3D printing. As you can see, it would be the wrong side because, of course, why would it go together the right way? The right side, let me have a look. Nope. I actually think they're a touch too big for themselves, but I do have some arms that I'll figure out if I can get it to show in the right spot. How to glue together with the holes in them for, and I've just noticed that all these guys have got. Well, he's missing one for once, and the rest of these have got arms. Some of them on backwards, so he's a bit loose on his base. But yeah, so there's some 3D printed crisis suits. And obviously there's the main guy. So I will be getting into dealing with that in a little while, and I do have some more of those to build. But as I said, I'm here and I'm going to be checking in and seeing what's going on, whether anyone has anything to say. Obviously probably not, but at the moment I'm going to tap the wheel now and we will see who the lucky winner is of the gift voucher. So here we are, off and running, and there it is. Congratulations, Raygon. I will be in touch to organise with you getting you that prize. Appreciate everyone liking, subscribing and following the rules. Down the track, when we hit the 500 mark, we will be doing this again. So I will put out posts. I will probably be a little bit more clear and give a little bit more notice and time for this to be done. I just kind of got into it and thought I wouldn't mess around too much. But for those of you who are here and have dropped in, thank you very much. I will probably pull the end of this now and go into my normal routine of painting and recording, and therefore be able to upload tonight and throughout the week. I did manage to get my mission cards ordered. I hope everyone else managed to get their orders done for the last couple lots of items. I'm pretty excited about that. They come out next week, so that'll be fun. I will probably jump on and next Saturday night and do a live on going through the mission cards and talking through them, seeing if there's anything that's happened, anything that's new, anything that's exciting. So be ready for that. For those who did participate and did follow the instructions on my competition, thank you very much. And again, Rajon, well done. Congratulations. I will be in contact to organise that for you, friend. But yeah, so as for right now, that is all from me. Thanks to everyone who did drop in. There's a few of you here I see. Sorry if it was a bit boring. But that being said, I'm going to try and sort these little bastards out. And they're already breaking again because they just like to be special. I'll pack them back in their box properly and have a chat to Aiden about what went on with them, because they were a bit strange. But that's okay, I'll deal with that another day. The next few videos that come out and go up most likely will involve the last of the crisis suits that are built and the commander, and I will get on to building the when my brain decides it wants to function, because right now it's just cut out from me. The new Vespered Stingwing, I will get them up and started, and then obviously that will be... Sorry, just having some more water, guys. That will be the next lot of videos. I do need to go back and adjust obviously what I post, because I've realised that I'm skipping out on a few things. So while I've got you all, and while I am here, I can bring up a few bits and pieces that I have been doing and make it a little easier, hopefully a little bit less confusing, and talk through some of the stuff. So obviously I've just placed a few paints on top of my thing just here, and I need to reach in and find one very particular white, which is in a lot of colours over here, but I've got stuff I cleaned up slightly and now I can't see the white I'm after, which is funny, because that's what you get for cleaning up. You lose stuff. These are Vallejo white. You have got to be joking. Where did you go? Well, that's fun. when you misplace a white that is key to everything you have been doing. Oh, there it is, sorry. Oh, right in the block. Anyway, so I'll go through again. This is the Vallejo Game Color Dead White. I'm using that. The Citadel Dry Brush Whack White. The Citadel Dry Brushing or Dry Paint Longbeard Grey. And the Dry Peroxide White for my dry brushing. Now, this Stormfang grey, which is a light grey for dry brushing, also White Scar and Corax White. I've been using a mixture of those between a few bits and pieces and some of the dry brushing. This white, this grey, was what was going over the, as you see, broken columns, which I'll have to do today. There's a couple of broken columns that have to be done, and some basing that still obviously needs to be tidied up and fixed. And yeah, that's what I'm using for those things. I did pick up a new Bale Red in the contrast paints because I needed one, because I didn't have an out and out red. So I've got that to put on the lenses of, obviously, the Commander. Will be the first one it goes on to. It should have gone on to some of these. Some of these guys haven't had it done, so these crisis suits will have the lens painted on them. The other ones have. So I'm going to have, currently we will have 9 crisis suits ready to go, 6 Sunforge, and 3 of the, I think it's Fire Knife. No, it wouldn't be Fire Knife, it's the other ones. That I'd have to check, but I will be building Fire Knife crisis suits. I do have a box that I haven't built. I'm going to probably have to get, well, I was hoping those 3D printed ones were a little bit more stable, but they're a bit off for some reason, so I'll have a chat to Aiden about those and see if we can figure out what went wrong. And yeah, so I'll be building, I want 6 Fire Knife. As we all know, Fire Knife are great for all of the things, re-rolling. If it's shooting against something that's tougher than it, it gets to re-roll wounds, it can re-roll hits. If it's a monster and vehicle, it also, gets to re-roll ones. The Fusion obviously does a great deal of heavy lifting as well. They need to have this. I need to dry brush these with the silver. Actually, talking about dry brushing, we're also using the Necron compound. I'm going to go back and relink and repost all of the video descriptions, so the actual names of the paint I'm using are in there, because I am using a Vallejo, basically a matte white primer, and then I have the AK panel liner here, which I'll give a shake in the black for panel lining the models. And then, yeah, using, when I get into it, we have Blue Azil, which is just here, an ink from Game Color, and we're actually using, there it is, contrast Urban Blue for the models as well. And for the weathering, as you can see, we've got the Vallejo Snow Neve here. And then this Pro Acrylic Bold Titanium White is actually what I've used, excuse me, hiccup, to create an actual white panel liner for my Piranha, which is packed away at the moment because it's not getting built or used at the moment. I put it away and got it out of the way. We'll be able to finish off these models, and then they will be considered done, and I'll put them away and I'll move on to the next lot of stuff. And I'm going to try and, I've got a nice clean desk again, so I'm going to try and keep it that way, keep it clean, keep it neat and tidy. Might make my life a hell of a lot easier, as well as the life of you guys watching, because it won't be so cluttered and messy. But as I said, congratulations to Rajion, and I'll be in touch with you soon, my friend, to organise how to get that prize to you. But as for right now, that is all I'm going to go into my actual filming, and yeah, there'll be a post out tonight with what are we up to? Video patch 17. So 17A will be out tonight, and as we go through, we will obviously continue on with the rest of the channel. And I think in another week or so, I'm looking at doing another live stream, hopefully, but another video in terms talking about the reasons why I've chosen to play Tau. I do know there's a balanced data slate due. Pretty sure it's next week or the week after. It's going to be something interesting. Rumors are, Tyranids, Tau, Dark Angels. There's a lot of stuff going on. Have heard that from Codex leaks that Wolfguard Terminators are only 170 a 5-piece, which is upsetting a lot of Dark Angels players because our premier Terminators are 250 a pop for a set of 5. So we'll see whether that changes much. It will be interesting. The whole plan of this was to play Tau at 2 tournaments this year, which will be coming up later. I have secured my place for November's RatCon in Ballarat, where I actually hope to be able to film my games so that I can post them. I don't know how long it'll take to get them up, considering they will be very large files. I've got to figure out how to get them up, maybe whether I need to find someone to compress them for me. But that'll be the plan. I really want to get them. It gives me a few months up my sleeve, get them done. I really would probably hope to do, in September, do Bendigo Open, which is another tournament I'm going to because it's nice and close handy. Get them up and viewable, and hopefully be able to record those and have no one really upset about it. But in the meantime, I will be getting back into, as I said, painting some more, and I've been trying to play a few practice games. That'll be the goal going forward. Could be interesting given that I'm about to start studying with the new job and all. So, yeah, but anyway, for those who have popped in and said g'day, I do have one message here, but I can't actually quite read it because I'm going to need to translate it because it's from someone from Fatality. Which, thank you, man, for commenting. Yeah, we'll see you on the flip side. And as I said, next milestone will be the 500. I may think about doing one for 250. Similar deal. There'll be 3 posts go up. One on YouTube, one on Facebook, and one on Instagram. All that stuff is in my bio. You just have to Google, have to search Redblurr Gaming on Instagram and Facebook to be able to find. I'm trying to post my images on there of photos of stuff that I've done, games I've played, because it's a little bit harder to do so on Facebook, on here on YouTube. And here I'm trying to post my videos. I do have to figure out how to link my videos onto my Facebook and Instagram so people can come to them from there. But as for the time being, this will be it for this video. I'm actually thinking about doing another couple of videos differently around. I keep saying I'm going to finish up, but I've just realised I want to talk about something else, which is good because that means I'm kind of live for a little while and there is a few people in here. Terrain. I have some terrain that I am going to work on. It's already together. Some of it's primed. I'm going to go in and probably re-prime it with a silver because I do have a straight silver. And then from there, I will try and figure out. I've got a grey actually. I might prime it grey. Figure out how to. Because I do have a couple of greys, a matte grey. Figure out how to paint it, mess around. I'm really trying to make sure I have a complete table set of terrain. I do need some more, mainly ruined buildings, but I've got to figure out where I can get hold of those for that. thing. So, but as for right now, that is all. Thank you for those that have dropped in. Thank you for Fatality for commenting. I can't quite read what you've written, mate. I assume it's in, well, it definitely looks like it's in Arabic. My apologies if I've gotten that wrong. But yeah, as for normal, thanks very much. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Tell us what you're up to. And obviously get on to my Instagram and my Facebook, and you should be able to post photos under my comments and tag me and stuff that you've done. So, bye for now.